Examples of Problematic Features with PDA by Richard Woods at London South Bank University PhD student. And I'm currently on an extended gap year. So this should be a short video just setting out how problematic behaviours are important to PDA as a construct. Briefly talking about how Elizabeth Newton described it in her 2003 article before moving on to examples in tools designed to assess for PDA, and then just some concluding comments and reflective questions. So I imagine this video should be probably about 7 to 8 minutes long. Could be slightly shorter, could be slightly longer, but moving on. So this is just a GIF of a guy in a panda suit wrecking an office worker's desk, like keyboard and monitor. And the kind of reason why I use it is because it just highlights some of the problematic aspects that are often kind of described slash associated with PDA. So yeah. Just moving on quickly on to some of Newton's comments about this kind of stuff. So the comments I'm referring to are taken from Elizabeth Newton's study C described in their 2003 paper, which is where they asked parents descriptions of their young PDA adults. So this is from page 596. So among the adults, 14 of the 18 can be violent when angry, and 5 of these are judged by their parents to be capable of badly hurting someone. 7 have threatened suicide, and 2 of these have attempted it. 5 of these respondents are afraid of their child, and 16 are afraid for her. That is Newton describing about the social application issues amidst due to deficits in social, pride, shame, and social identity. So this is a quote on the next page, so it'll be 597, talking about the rapid mood changes and the impulsivity. So 14 adults were both impulsive in behaviour and prone to mood swings. 12 of these individuals being capable of violence when angry. 2 had mood swings but were not impulsive. Then in brackets, of whom both could be violent. Then outside of brackets, 1 was impulsive without mood swings and 1 was neither. These 2 were not violent to others but both could be self-injurious. It seems that lability of mood and impulsivity are lasting risks. So the reason why I mentioned these 2 quotes is to show that kind of problematic behaviours that and kind of criminal behaviours that are kind of often associated with PDA are at least relatively important to it as a construct, including from Elizabeth Newton's time back in the 1980s-ish. This is just a screenshot of a table I printed in 2022 of example items from PDA tools used to assess for problematic /or criminal behaviours, which often require intent to commit them. So I'm not going to read all of them out because I'll put a link to this resource in the description, but it's just pointing out that these are things that are actively assessed for as part of PDA assessments. And things such as like a brain will target a particular person to does A harass other people, e.g. like writing threatening letters, making verbal threats, stalking and true accusations or of like sexual abuse. Does A frequently tease, bully / refuse to take turns, make trouble. Going on to, would you describe A as good at getting around others or making them do as he or she wants or playing people off against each other? Going on, does A ever threaten to hurt him, herself, or do things to hurt him or other people? And these are just some of the examples from this listed in that table. And this is from like screening questionnaires through to like some restricted interviews. I think there might even be some from the PDA ADOS items that were created by Liza Niles and Francesca Happe, which are actually interesting. I'll put a link to that thesis in the description as well, because that has some interesting questions in there as well. So Yeah, these are literally examples of such like violent behaviours and other problematic behaviours from the 11 revised PDA DISCO questions, and the DISCO is the semi-structured interview designed to assess for autism that's created by the National Autistic Society. I'll put a link to the description to this because this is open access, so I don't want to like read it. So these behaviours include kind of tantrums, scratches, bites, kicks. To passively resist, to runs away, hides, removes clothes, uses doll or puppet to make excuse. If all else fails, screams, hits, kicks in a panic, to tearing up another person's work, pulling off someone's spectacles, taking pants down and urinating on the floor, injuring someone else's pet animal, to lie or cheat, to steal, to I hate you, to saying I hate you in a sweet voice while hugging, may hug others too long or too hard, they frequently tease, bully, refuse to take turns, make trouble, writing threatening letters, making verbal threats, stalking, untrue accusations of sexual abuse. Not exactly pleasant stuff to be around. So yeah. So just kind of like final concluding comments. So yeah, as I said, links to kind of the documents referenced in this video will be put in the description, so that everyone can go away and like access them for easy reference. Problematic and criminal behaviours requiring intent to commit them are important to how PDA is constructed, and often how it's assessed. Like what conceptual problems are there with associating such behaviours with autism, and there's quite a few if one digs into it. There's also, do we want such behaviours to be associated with autism, like such as from possible harmful stereotypes? Do you want such behaviours to be associated with autistic persons, such as from potential stigma and prejudice? Yeah, and that's basically it. I just want to say personally, I've not enjoyed making this video. I'm just pointing it out there that they are in PDA as a construct, and they are important aspects of it. I also think it also tends to highlight that PDA probably as a construct is not representative of autistic features, but that's just my personal views. So I end with, may one's stimming activities be many and one phase that is long, which is equivalent to live long and prosper, and hope one is having a good time and stuff. Well, until the next video,